right. Good evening, guys. Let's go ahead and do our 1 hour of live. I was back testing already, so I don't need this. So I already got everything loaded up. We don't need a VPS or anything like that. That's just I'm about finished with the back testing tonight. And it's just really just screenshots from the beginning of the year all the way to current time. I think we only got like a few more weeks left to go ahead and document, and then I have to go back and I have to go one by one and explain the trade. I want to organize it by month, weeks, so on and so forth, and then I need to define what happened within the price action of the session of the trading session of the grid, and then I'm gonna see. I already see patterns, but I'm just gonna organize the patterns, and then I have to after I do that, or after I do some of that, I'll probably go over to the MagnOpus not the playbook. No, yeah, the playbook. I have to go over to the playbook and then I'll probably define the sequences. The sequences I mean like a bullish move, a bearish move, a bullish move with a retest, a bearish move with a retest, a bullish move retest and reversal confirmation, a bearish move retest, reversal confirmation, and then how those are the only I believe hold on that I believe those are the only three main moves and just different combinations of the same thing over and over again. And I'm just going to prove that with the documentation of it. And that will help people better understand how price action actually moves in predictable ways. And that we're not really looking to predict how price is actually going to move, but we're here to predict what are the most profitable or how to monopolize on the most profitable and or the most probable, a mixture in between the two, a cool medium between the two of the most profitable and probable outcomes that price action can do, and how to mitigate your risk on the most probable and least profitable, which is going to be like the losing trades. And I have to go ahead and incorporate news in there. I have to incorporate timing in there, durations, so on and so forth. But I'm just gonna take it step by step. And the first step is to finish copy and paste, not copy and paste, and screenshotting and documenting this current year's price activity. The rest of the information is gonna all be mental right now because the more that I see over and over and over again, my brain is gonna automatically start making those assumptions and seeing the patterns and formulating trading strategies or trade management parameters or trade management logic or whatever you want to call it to what I'm seeing. I just got to get it on paper and then prove it. And then I'm probably in the meantime in the back of my head I'm also gonna be trying to figure out how I'm gonna go ahead and trade this week's price activity because we do have CPI and PPI Tuesday and Thursday. And then because of CPI and PPI outside of NFP is gonna be one of the most volatile trading news events within the month, and volatile trading events within the month, and I want to go ahead and see how I'm going to risk properly to not get taken out by spreads, but I also want to have a good enough trade size that I could monopolize on a nice move or a positive slippage. But you still gotta be aware of negative slippage. I'm thinking about like a 3-to-1 where if I risk like $100, the most the negative slippage is gonna be is about like 200, 250, 300 is outrageous. Especially since I'm gonna have the EA working. So I want to have to manually close the trade, but that slippage is to have nothing to do with no EA. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and see what week we have been working on so far. Or what week did I stop off? I stopped off on week 28. So let's go ahead and start week 29. Why my hands are greasy? Week 2-9. And this is supposed to be a lot more. I should have been done with this though, in my opinion. But this is so freaking monotonous and boring, bro. I can't sit in front of the computer for hours on end doing it. So I try to take breaks in between, bro. It's boring shit. And then now I got the live stream running. And Since I got the live stream running, TradingView is gonna work a lot slower. And then I'm probably gonna try to edit this video quickly before 12 o'clock so I have a short and a video to post. I gotta start doing more than just posting it one by one because people are tired of that. They just skip through it. They're not watching it anymore. My views are going down, and I noticed that people on my TikTok and probably everywhere wants to watch me do more education than documentation of my trades. It just for me documenting the trades is a lot easier to edit and post than the education where I have to build the course. I'm building the course in real time. Um, let's see, 10, 20, 37. That's realistic. Let's see. Hit the sell stop. 5 pips, 1 to 1. That's accurate. So let me go ahead and zoom up in there. Excuse me, I heard that. I'm talking about in it. All right. Let's just line it up a little bit, making sure everything lined up. Make sure everything makes sense. Let me go ahead and actually I have to go ahead and copy news over. It is July 14th is the current day I'm looking at. So this is gonna be the news. And it seems like every goddamn week it's another fucking news event. Every goddamn week is a bank holiday. Let me see if I can show you guys this shit, bro. What did I say? It was like the 14th? Yeah, July 14th. Every motherfucking week is a news event. I mean, a bank holiday. Watch this. I'm gonna show you guys. Because it's a waste of time, but I've been noticed once a week there have been a news holiday, a bank holiday, all throughout summer. Getting it once every week. It's a European one, and then one out of two is gonna be an American one, or 1 out of 5 is gonna be an American one. Jeez, I'm ready to finish this Word document, bro. Ready, 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 dog. Make sure I didn't do that on this one. This one didn't have any holidays. Bank holiday. Look at this. Let's see if I can find all of them bullshits. Nah, I'm overreacting. To a bigger man than me. Ten, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 98. All right, makes sense. What happened? Price open. We hit bearish and then pivoted around. Didn't trade. Is this closer to 9 a.m.? Yep, 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 yep. And let's go ahead and do it. Did I? I didn't even do day one. I just skipped day one. That's what I usually do. Brain fog or just inability to follow a process. Um, I'm almost done. Almost done. Almost done. Jonathan, you got this. Got this. Jonathan, you got this. This is how I feel when I need love. Let's step up out of here. Ooh, every time. All right, day 3, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 157. So what I'm doing is, sometimes, like I said, when I'm doing a process, it doesn't matter what process it is. If I'm doing it for a long period of time, my mind, I end up skipping steps or I start making typos and mistakes. So I'm just going over my work. So I'm just counting the levels, and then just rounding it out to see if I actually got the right day and I got the right amount of pips. I'm just looking at the strikes to make sure that I got all the right strikes, like as close enough to as accurate as possible, right before I screenshot it, because I don't want to go back into the Word document and it's not accurate. I have a knack of skipping steps or typos and all types of bullshit. So I gotta double, triple check my work sometimes to make sure I did it right, especially when it comes to the long form data. Uh, like I said, I can do large mathematical calculations. I could understand complex mathematical equations. But since I just don't pay attention to details. So like small things will go unnoticed, or I make a mistake on the small things that make the larger thing incorrect. But in the entire concept of the thing, I probably understand it and I probably can make it correct. But I don't like to check my work or pay attention to detail. So now that I'm going over it, I just have to make sure I did everything right. So if you see me counting, I'm just making sure that I got the right size. And then sometimes I copy the day over and I forget to change the day number. So I just gotta make sure I got that right. Yeah, so this is like it's still not 100% right, but this is as close as I'm gonna get for the first rough draft. I'll probably get a professional to do it later on when I write down how to do the thing so anybody could do it, the instructions, and then I probably have to do it on the accurate chart. Remember, I'm still on FXCM, but I'm trading FTMO and IC markets, which are both available on TradingView. It's just that I started my technical analysis on FXCM, and I'm not gonna stop because I don't have the computer power or I don't have the time to dedicate another 24 hours in technical analysis on TradingView alone. And I'm talking about 24 hours in terms of like a day. I'm talking about consistently straight through. It's probably gonna take a couple of days of maybe 10 to 12 hours. I probably have to do on and off and eat and stuff like that. So it's probably gonna take 4 days of maybe 8 hours consistently, on and off, maybe breaks, food, and stuff like that. Yeah, 4 days to go ahead and redo the entire year. Nah, I get it. The concept behind it is what I'm looking for. Like it's the same sequences happening over and over again. The same winning trades, losing trades, and outcomes that are happening. So you don't have to be 1,000% accurate, but just accurate enough for me to formulate some theories and hypotheses on how to trade and how the MagnOpus Trading Grid operates. And then it could just be reapplied whenever I feel like reapplying it. Don't need that. All right, let's fix this up. All right, well, we got 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30, 40. I could give it 46 for sure. Bullish, bullish, retest, oh, violation. It's a great one. That's a great violation right here. Oh, now I'm getting closer to the current time date, so I'm noticing these moves. I'm definitely noticing these moves. Hmm. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 50 pips, I can give it to you. ADM kind of open, bullish, fast stop, down, retest, came back up. Yes, Sirski. Low down. I just want to get to know you. Turn around. All right, let's get a screenshot of the entire week of price activity. Let's got for the sets. No, that's accurate. Just line up the day so it's not crooked. I usually put this one over here somewhere, but I don't want to have it too close to day three since day three is tripping. I'll just have it right here. Buck 63 in terms of paper, this is 157. Add another what 6 pips? Yeah, it looks more. It looks accurate. Oh yeah. Once again, my computer is trying to melt its ass off. Um, let's see what I can do about that. Let's see, we both can get some. All right, let's go on to week 29. Bro, my attention is gone. My focus is gone. I had went on a rant this morning, bro, and ever since the morning, bro, I wasn't locked in. Wasn't locked in. Now I don't got no Celsius for tomorrow. What, which is good. I need to feed off the Celsius for at least a week or a little bit. Drink some more water in my system. But shit, I'm down motivational wise, bro. Why? That would actually mean day four was narrow as shit, which it was. It was. I can leave it like that. It's fine. All right, let's go ahead. Move on. Let's get the news for that week. That was crazy. Um, what they say day one is 59, 50, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yep. Fade it, 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 fade it. Yeah, I should keep it. I give it 60 pips. I give it a 60 ball. Only right. Not to say I round up, it's because I have a strike on both the high and low of the little session here. That's not fair. All right, bet. We try to go bullish, instantly hit that. This is where I started going, and no, this is where I started noticing the bullshit. But what I didn't notice was that it has a cycle. So this is where I started notice that if I was getting to buy stops, and then I was getting stopped out by maybe a pip or a fraction of a pip, or not even technically stopped out by a market price, but actually spreads. And then markets will pop back and pivot. But in like January, February, or a few months away, sometimes I'll get stopped out, and it's not a pivot or a reversal back into the regular direction of the original trade, but it'll continue to break down, where it was just like, all right, boom, a pivot. I used to trade this where it was like, instead of having a buy stop and price go through, where we activate a buy stop and we're expecting price to continue in the direction, we used to have a sell limit where markets will come to this and pivot a range of 15 pips at this range right here instead of a buy stop. And that's what I noticed markets change. So markets will do this pattern where it'll violate 15 pips and then return in the original direction of the original trade, or it would pivot and continue the same direction, or continue down this way instead of pivoting that way. I guess it alternates between the two, and I was lucky enough to go and catch it in the meantime, and then it might try to switch back on me. I don't know when. I have no idea when it might try to do that. Maybe after a few tries of doing the regular pivot. If it wants to pivot, if it doesn't want to pivot anymore and wants to continue breaking down or breaking up, I'll probably change my method of re-entry. But for now, I have no clear indication of when and how to change my method of reentry. I basically only seen one at the time, but now that I have done back tested, I see multiple versions of it. And then they have the medium ones, or the ones in the middle, where it's like it doesn't profitably move bullish or bearish in the opposite direction. It'll probably just be a another 10 pips and on both sides, where you end up getting whipsawed out regardless. So whether you try to get a pivot or you try to get a continuation, you're still gonna get a losing trade. But that's one of the ones that doesn't happen often. So it's not more probable, it's just least less profitable. One. Let's go to number two. See, I do want to clean my laptop off a little bit. And then when like I said a million times, when I try to do technical analysis and I'm going through charts, the price and time, not the price, but the time would shift. And as you can see, we see the little end parts of my lines. I don't know. That's when markets are shift. So I'm not even gonna touch that. I am gonna touch it. I'm telling you, I just don't like when it looks too ugly to me. Even though I probably doubt people will see it, I just can't look at it. Well, I know you guys can't see if the line is crooked or not. So I don't have to go ahead and go into settings and actually adjust if I'm off by some micro pips. But yeah. All right, let's go ahead and account 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. They saying we got 81 pips. I can believe that. 80 in counter price, sell stop, continue moving bearish. We ended up getting the 1-to-1 and reversing. But this was actually a winning trade. So this is one of the ones that I was talking. Oh no, not one of the ones that I was talking about. So I did notice not only do I have like re-entries for a re-entry for what did I say? Not only do I get re-entries for losing trades, but when the trade gets to 1-to-1, I notice that I will do this. We'll get the 1-to-1 and then instantly pivot the opposite direction. I've seen this happen multiple times as well. And that's one of the trading outcomes. I wouldn't say that's one of the sequence outcomes. It'll be one of the trading outcomes that I have to go ahead and study because since it's a winning trade, in theory, I would have made money on the trade, but in terms of let's say it's a winning trade, but unless I'm taking full profits at a 1-to-1, that probably end up being a break even. If it wouldn't be a break even, that probably would end up being it's not a break even. Yeah, probably just be a break even. Oh yeah, if it's not a break even, it probably would have been a partial close with the partial 25% of position being a break even. It should be partial close. If I have that incorporated, the most profitable one would be a partial close, but that would mean that every trade has to be a partial close at a 1-to-1. Um, yeah, which would avoid it would avoid losing trade. Would it avoid losing trade? Would it avoid? I'm trying to theorize right now. It wouldn't avoid losing trades. It would decrease my profits on winning trades, but increase my winning trade frequency. But I've seen that 1-to-1 way too many times, so I can't say that it's not something that's common because it is common. Where I get a 1-to-1, but I'm not gonna get no trail. But in terms of my trading strategy, at the moment, I'm not banking on a 1-to-1. I need a minimum of 2-to-1, especially on the live account when I'm doing a re-entry. Um, okay. The re-entry would probably be if I do a partial close and then a re-entry using the partial close, I'll be better insurance. This is that 5 pip one. All right, enough of that theorizing. Let's go ahead and finish because I could theorize as much as I want once I get all this on one Word document, and I'm gonna instantly upload it to Dropbox because I don't trust local computers anymore. Anything can happen. Hard drive could go corrupt. I could drop water on my laptop or something like that. So I need everything on Dropbox. I need everything on the cloud, everything on my email. So at least the most important stuff I have, like all the like videos and stuff like that, are probably on my phone, so it's safe there. But like my technical analysis, my theories and stuff like that I put on Word and all the documentation, I need that on the cloud. I ain't got time. Yeah, that's perfect. So this is why it takes me so long because I end up trying to theorize things or I start thinking and stuff like that and I pause instead of just going straight through. But I need to be theorizing because I need to understand what am I looking for. That's why I'm not going on a Word document and getting the highs, the lows, the type of trade, win, loss, all etc. because I'm trying to figure out what are all the parameters, what are all the data points that I'm looking at. What that I want to be looking at before I do a complete data analysis and not just like screenshots and stuff like that. Once I get into mathematical data analysis, I don't want to start the entire year and then halfway through I realize that I need this piece of data and I got to start all over again. I want to be able to have the entire framework first and then I can efficiently go throughout all of the weeks, all of the sessions, and all of the trades. All right, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We'll call it 64 pips for sure. Buy, pivot. Man, we've been here. I'm seeing these trades. I'm knowing these trades. I'm reminiscing the live stream of these trades. Actually, I remember the entire live stream for this trade. Copy. Hmm. Day number 4. All right. Let me see if you guys commented. My bad. I don't be reading comments on TikTok, so let's see. I don't get notification. You got a flash score. I'm not gonna use my flash until a trading day. I don't see any comments. I don't see any comments. But what's up, guys, on the TikToky, on the TikTok, on the TikTok? Yeah, it just says join. All right, cool. All right, I think I try to do some dot calculation or strike calculations there, but all right. So open, sell stop activated. We hit a 1-to-1, so that's clean. That's good. Probably want to drag this over, make sure that's at 8 a.m. Drag that over a little bit, off by like 5 minutes. All right, that looks good. Just need to move back a little bit. I'm sure you guys can't even see that. All right, what is this? 54 pips, 58 pips, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, like 58. A winning trade. You see what I said, guys? You hit the 1-to-1, immediate reversal. So if this is a 1-to-1, right? And I am looking like originally, if I'm in this trade, I'm looking for it to hit the next bearish level, right? But if we get a complete reversal, I need a buy. I could already see it. That's what I need to if this is a sell, I'll probably have a buy stop at the stop loss, expecting price to go bit bullish. Um, but since it's a winning trade, hmm, I'll have it at 10 pip. I'll probably have like a 10 pip stop loss. And think about it. I think about a 2-to-1 instead of a 3-to-1. Be more conservative. But I could just also trail it. So different ways of skinning this type of cat. For sure. Um, I just gotta document all of these occurrences and group them together to see what's the best way of handling this. All right, day 54, 58 pips. All the strikes look like they are. No, I'm missing one right here. Uh, right over here. And that should be good. Let me click out and then I could go ahead and screenshot it. And I'll go ahead and add it to the document. But once this is complete, this playbook is going to be ridiculous. When I tell you, bro, there's nothing market is going to do that you cannot. I wouldn't say you're not going to, I can't say you're not going to, but there's nothing that the market going to do that's going to surprise you. Not to say that it's going to, you're going to know what market is going to do next, but you'll be prepared for what's happening next. And losing a trade is also a form of preparation. Um, so on and so forth. Now, the only thing that we need to work on and more is going to be spread prediction, being able to predict how that spread is going to affect our entries and our exits and our trades. I probably have to go deeper into the data analysis. I probably gotta speak to the brokers and stuff like that if they can provide me with real time spreads. But spread moves so fast. When I say spread can move in like milliseconds, it's crazy. But if they could document where the spreads were at that second, or a range of how big, or an average range of how big spreads is, then I could go ahead and work with that and build it into a mathematical equation. It's not even a mathematical equation. I just supposed to be able to know most what is the average range of spread I could expect on NFP. I can expect on CPI that I can expect on PPI, and then I'll incorporate that in the EA, where the EA will be able to notice that, okay, if I'm trying to place this trade here and the spread is more than 5 pips, we're not placing the trade. If I'm trying to place a trade here and the spread is less than a certain amount of pips, then it's able to place a trade. If you're mainly trading or you're trading EA without that spread thing, you're just indiscriminately entering the trade at whatever price that they give you. If it's positive slippage, it's good for you. If it's negative slippage, you're getting fucked regardless. All right, 43 pips, 10, 20, 30. Can I see 43? I'll give it 43. Nobody checking. 40, yeah, 42, 43. Buy stop. Yep, we've been here before. Remember, this is where I was like, all right, that was that last straw. I can remember it like it was yesterday. This Friday was the last straw where I got into a buy stop and I got stopped out by right here for price to move in the opposite direction. I was like, hell nah, I ain't letting that shit happen again. Um, there we go. And then let me take the screenshot because it's pretty accurate buy. We can trade for sure. I don't like when the oh, great. Fucking webcam went out. You got me noticing. Shit. Still not working. Alright, that's a lot better. Alright, and let's get an overview of the week. What I said, what week was it? Week 29, guys? Yeah, week 29. Okay. Okay. Alright, that should be good. Let me just even this out some. Let's measure the week from high to low. What are we looking at? Like 147, week 29. Let's put it right here. Week 29, 147 pips. Oh yeah, I gotta copy and paste it. What the freak? Let's see if this works. Nope, it didn't work. I didn't screenshot it. My bad, guys. Look how fucking slow this shit going. We cooked, bro. This is the part of trading that's boring as hell. You see, everybody gone. They ain't want to see this part of trading. They want to get money, money, bang, bang, money, money, bang, bang. That's all niggas want to see. Money, money, bang, bang. And then come and then let you do all the hard work and then come and ask you for and let me get it for free. I feel you. I give you some sauce for the free ski, for sure. One time for everybody. But once you pass that one time for everybody, bro, ain't no way I'm gonna be your personal coach for the free ski. No response, bro. These niggas really not even serious like that. Alright, let's get the news. We gotta be on week 32 then. Gots to be. Ten, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. We doing 81. We could do 80, 81. With the lag that we got going on right here, we could let 81 slide for sure. Let's double. Let's see what happened. We went bullish. We didn't really get that 1 to 1. Ain't no money in no 5 pips. Ain't no money on my partial close at 5 pips. Ain't no loss, but ain't no money. Not worth it. Might as well take the loss for opportunity of taking that profit. Let's zoom in. See this shit, Jonathan? You see this shit, Jonathan? Week 30. Whew. We're almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Let's see this. Bullish. We didn't get a 1-to-1. It went back down. And this is what I was talking about by the fall down. There it goes right there. I just want to get to know you. Ten, 20, 30, 40 pips. That's pretty accurate. 40, 41 pips around that price. We'll take 40. All right, we'll take a little 40 ball. All right, all right, all right. Did hit a 1-to-1, and what did we do? Immediately reverse. Are we surprised? No, we are not. I don't think we need this line. I don't think we need this. Do 240 pips. Webcam gone again. Maybe I had it too fucking pinched. Uh-oh. Not coming back up anymore. But I doubt it. I doubt it's the webcam. I really think that it actually might just be OBS. Sometimes it's just OBS. Like if I pull up Elgato, it should be able to pull up the webcam. Told you, it's not the webcam. It's OBS. There we go. Shoot. Go ahead and exit for that. Test, 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 and as you can see, stupid piece of shit. It's working. Ooh, this is where we started making money on. I can remember this. This one we started making some of that money. That trailing stop money. This stuff started working in my favor. Don't need this. Don't need that. Now we gonna finish this on this live stream right here. We gonna finish it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30. Yeah, should be 133 pips there. Shit. If you would have caught all of them bitches, I know like a long shot. I gotta know which days I could go ahead and hold on for that 10-to-1 because I know it's there. I know it's possible. That one that you like, all right, bro, I'm gonna hold this for 2 days. See what we get. Once we get our ducks in a row, man, we'll be able to do that, man. Small things, man. Small things. It's gonna come to those who are patient. Success will be mine shortly. 10, 20, 30, 40, 45 pips. I can believe that. It broke down, hit the sell stop, 1 to 1. Yep, this is our trail right here, guys. This one we started making some of that caper. I was like, damn, Jonathan, you hard as hell. You catching these trades. You might actually know what you're doing. Right. Brokey. And this is where I think I was like, all right, I'm committed to the re-entry at this point. I'm committed to the re-entry at this point. It done left without me. Look at that shit. Done left without me. 205 pips, I ain't make $1. How dare you? And no retracement at that. Look at that. None for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. The first retest was right here. Then you win another. Oh my goodness. Boy, that trailing stop would have been so beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. You gotta give me some of them. One of these, I know by the end of this year, boy, y'all shoo. I'm gonna be prepared for these moves right here. These moves gonna make that life changing account differences. Life changing account differences. Yeah. And I know for a fact I don't analyze this one right. I counted every dollar. Brr. Week 31. Week 31. Told you we was week 32. This last week right here. Last year at an hour now. I don't think I don't see that, but we're gonna finish putting in the work. I'm gonna probably summarize what I'm looking at, what we looking at, all the work we done. I can go ahead and reset the chart too. Reset my motherfucking chart. Reset my motherfucking chart. I don't even need it. I don't even know none. I can do it backwards if I wanted to. No. Shit. Blue. Jonathan, you know better than that. Skipping steps. Check the steps. Wait a second, gang. Wait a second. I'm telling you, this is what happens when I do stuff too long, bro. I start doing stupid shit. I'm supposed to give you a screenshot of the entire week, and I'm taking fucking. Come on, bro. Son of a bitch. I'm tripping. Nigga so ready to have this shit over with. I ain't even measured a week. I ain't documented the week or none. I just went to the next fucking week. I said, fuck it. Where you from? Neighborhood crib. Which one? All of. That's a lot of fades. See what I said when I be skipping steps? I'm telling you. Today my brain is not here. That shit is off. More than usual too, dog. I'll be back on Monday for sure. I'll be back up and running properly on Monday. For sure ski. For sure ski. Alright. Let's do five. Give me this, give me that, give me a lot. Nigga, give me got shot. Give me this, give me that, give me a lot. Nigga, give me got shot. Put your hand that way. Ain't nobody give me shit. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I could call it 60 for sure. Uh, bearish. We re-entered in this one. We turned this one to a winning trade on a. You selling a bitch ass? They bitch ass. I actually have to put it on top of it. Move on to day 3. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 pips. Close enough. Day two. Yeah, that's better. Basta. I hated watching this one develop, boy. Boy, I think this is the ICT shit that this nigga was talking about too. Higher low, well, this is low, higher low, higher low. Wriggle structure. False wriggle structure right here, but first wriggle structure for sure there. And then their move. I would have, but my strategy got us in way before us. Excuse me, way less effort. I think I have deja vu now. If you have deja, not was it? Is it? It is either deja vu or just very similar to the exact thing that I was doing. Because I know the data I'm talking about, but was I manually drawing out outcomes? Was the question. I don't know. All right, so this one was horrible, worthless, whatless. And then after this one, I have to go take a picture of the week. Lo 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 ah, lo 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 ah. Mm 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 mm. Day one, day two, day three, day four, day five, and now I could go ahead and document the week. Reset again. All I gotta do is scroll out. Scroll out to to ring mm, 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 mm. All right, this should be the entire week. Let's go ahead and measure the week. It's gonna give us 170. We'll call it 170 pips. What this week 32. Probably gonna stretch it out a little bit more to make it look better with the screenshot. And say cheese. Fuck. There I go skipping steps again. He's not even lined up. This looks so disheveled. Now let me click out, and now you can say cheese. Piece of shit. Save this bitch before it goes anywhere. Put it in Dropbox before I do anything. I'm showing all my fucking business for it. Some, you gotta move this out of the way because I'm tripping. I'm tripping right now. I'm tripping out right now. Geeking out right now. I have to close this, but I think if I want to go ahead and I'll reopen in a second. 2025. Let's just open. Look how long it takes to do 4 MB. I be downloading and uploading gigabytes. What the fuck you talking about? This shit gonna find a lot. Okay, thank God. All right, cool. All right, free up some space. All right, bet. Now let's go ahead and look at what this painstaking work I feel do to me. All right. So as you can see, we have week one. I try to put some data points here. I'm not gonna look at that at all right now. Week one has 2 days, day one and day two, January 2nd and January 3rd. As you can see, the first week is always a choppy week. The first official week, the first complete week, is started at week two, around January 6th to January 10th. We got day one, day two, day three, day four, and day five. As you can see, the boxes represent what you need to see. What does the boxes represent? What the boxes represent? Trade direction and one-to-one completion. Completion and one-to-one sequence. Then re-entry opportunity. All right, this is just some notes I need to write. All right, as you can see, day one was a bullish trade, and we did get a one-to-one, so we can call that 1W. Day two was a bullish trade, but we did not get a one-to-one, so we could call that a losing trade. Um, a bullish losing trade. Day three was a what it was. Day three was a bullish entry at a buy stop. We did reach a one-to-one, so we have two wins and a loss. And I believe the first 3 days are going to be the most important days. The first day is gonna set the tone. The second day usually should be a break even or another profitable trade, And then the third trade is supposed to be we're losing or we are back up again. The fourth trade was a bullish trade again, but it ended up being a losing trade. Yeah, it ended up being a losing trade. And then we got the fifth day, which was also a bullish trade, which also ended up being a losing trade, and price actually broke down all the way down. The re-entry technique should have been a continuation instead of a reversal, and then we have the entirety of the week, which was 225 pips. Uh, that slash what trading opportunity, trailing potential, potential, including resets and reversal confirmations. All right, now we got week three. This is the news that happened in week three: CPI, PPI. We have CPI on Tuesday, and no, we got PPI came on Tuesday. That's weird. PPI came on Tuesday. CPI came on Wednesday. The first day, this is actually wrong. The first day was a sell trade, and we hit stop loss. So the day one, I have to go back to. I gotta go to January 14th and re-screenshot this because this is actually wrong. Redo. Redo January 14th. I can see that note there. Day two was gonna be a bullish trade. We didn't hit stop loss. We hit the 1-to-1. Not a beautiful trail at all. If we scale to break even, but markets did end up continuing bullish. 10, 20, 30, 40 pips in our favor. Then we got day three, bullish trade, 1-to-1. We got maybe some type of trail up to maybe that's pretty decent trail. Maybe close to a 2-to-1. Yeah, it's a 2-to-1. It's 30 pips right here. That's pretty good. That's day three. So how many? So we had a losing trade and two winning trades. That's pretty good. Two back to back. Two back to back winning trades. The probability of the next trade being a winner is less likely. So what happens? We get a sell stop. Markets hit our stop loss, and this was not a reversal, more of a continuation for 10, 20, 30 pips. Bullish. Well, that's just to say measure the most, figure out, measure the re-entry potential, and figure out the most common to expect. All right, cool. This one was a losing trade. It ended up being a buy that broke down. This is more that the whip side I was talking about. It did go more than 10 pips, so I probably would have tried to do a re-entry and then I would have got out. Nah, I gotta go based off price action. I can't go off candlesticks. There you go. This is let's talk about it. This is gonna be week four. Week four, we do have a bank holiday, Martin Luther King Day on Monday, so I would suggest not trading that day. And we also have with the inauguration, right? Inauguration of President Trump, and he spoke. So news got affected. So what happened? We activated a sell stop, but we blew past that 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 pips before we can even see a retracement in the opposite direction. So this was a not this was a continuation, not a reversal. A beautiful, beautiful trade. If we got into a re-entry for that. With news, I doubt it would have been that good. The spreads probably would have been horrible. Day two, another bullish trade, and but we ended up breaking down over time. And then a continuation about 20 pips. I'll take that as a losing trade, bar none. Another bullish trade with a straight to stop loss, a small continuation. It's the same thing, 20 pips, losing trade bar none. So what we got? Three losing trades back to back. This is a danger zone for us. Oh, this is that week, right? This is that week where we lost every trade of the week, which is fine because there's gonna be weeks where you win every trade of the week. So you have to be able to prepare yourself. And I think I would stop trading at 4 trades, 4 losing trades in a row is when I call it uncle, and get out of the trade. Then we got hit a sell stop, immediately hit that. Try to get a re-entry, probably get a 1-to-1. Nope, we got 10, 20. This probably would have been a decent re-entry, not for a lot of profit because it decided to really turn back around, and hit us, and then whipsaw back up. So that's what that is. And then day 5, losing trade. We went ahead and hit a sell stop, pivoted back, and then this was a what this is, continuation. That's for the week. All news events from what, Tuesday to Friday. Monday, what happened? We hit a buy stop, couldn't get a 1-to-1. We retraced. Continuation to the downside. There we go. Should have killed the mosquito. Perfect. Day 2, we hit a buy stop again, 1-to-1. And there's probably break even. We didn't do anything. Day 2 had news as well and only moved 23 pips. That's fucked up. Day 3, we hit a sell stop. Continue, got a 1-to-1, and this is one of those quick pivots back again up against you. There you go. Day 4, we have a hit the buy stop. Had a we had a small retest, came to a 1-to-1 and popped 10, 20, 30, 40 pips until we start seeing a retest. So we got this probably gonna be a little bit more than a 2-to-1, maybe, what if that's 30, 40 pips. That's a nice trade. Um, Day 5, we hit a buy stop, complete reversal. Probably could have tried a re-entry for a reversal, but it moved more than 10 pips. So a loss across the board. This is the trade for the week. Week 6, day 1, we went straight into a buy stop, straight into I need to dot that. Redo day 1. I'm missing a dot. Redo. What day is that? February 3rd. Missing 1-to-1 strike green. All right. Save that while I'm ahead. Day 2, buy stop, 1-to-1. We came up bullish. Okay, we probably stayed into the trade. Probably would have got out of here about a 2-to-1, but markets actually went up to 4. That's cool. That's what's up. Buy stop, sell, reversal. That's pretty decent. It would have came down. All right, that's cool. Why is it gray? Was it a holiday on the 5th? I mean, on the 5th day? What? No holiday. Why is it like this? Why is it gray? Oh, it's gray because I couldn't figure out whether which one hit struck first. So I just skipped that. I just called it a loss. What in the But Jesus, we got day 1, 2, 3. I need to take day 4, cut that out. We gotta find my day 3, and then replace my day 4 here. Day 4 hit a sell stop, and a reverse continuation to the downside. I mean to the upside. Day 5, we couldn't figure out what it was. This is the data for the week. And then I need to do this. Make sure you're on the same page. Week 7, bunch of fucking news. Buy stop, reversal. Okay, well, let me see. Holiday here? Nope. Donald Trump spoke. Fucked up the markets. Only moved 22 pips. Nothing went down. Buy stop. We'll just call it a losing trade for the day because we probably closed at 4:30 at a loss. Day 2 is going to be a sell stop pivot. And then it went ahead and this is what I'm talking about. How many times did we see it instead of reversing like that? It was a continuation, and then it's just gonna stop continuing and start doing reversals after a while. Let's see when it starts that. Sell stop, 1-to-1, beautiful move down, and then it pivoted back. Sell stop, stopped out, Um, looked like it might have been a reversal, then reversed back around, whipsaw, full loss trade. Day five. I gotta redraw the box for day five. Told you guys. It's fucking up. I just gotta drag this down to over here. It's a lot more accurate. Week 8. What we got? Week 8, we got a bank holiday. I didn't. Week 8, February 17th. I think that is Martin Luther King Day. Show MLK Bank close day. All right. Day 2, we hit a sell stop. Didn't get a 1-to-1. We pivoted, and then we actually pivoted down lower. We didn't go too far past the 1-to-1. And then we out the markets. And I figured out why I didn't get a 1-to-1. The reason why 20 pips isn't a 1 by 20 pip re-entry is not a 1-to-1 is because my original trade is 15 pips. Making a 30 pip range. So you need 60 pips for 1-to-1 for 1-to-1. Is it? Or something like that. LOL. Something like that. Man, what we got? What we got? What we got? Day 3, we hit a buy stop, 5 pips in profit, end up going lower. This is bullshit. Let's call it a loss. Day 4, hit a buy stop, hit a 1-to-1. No, that's not. Yeah, it is a 1-to-1. We didn't. Okay, we didn't get taken out at break even, and then we continue further. Beautiful, beautiful trade, and it ended up being how many days passed since a great trade. Buy stop 1-to-1. A winning reversal. Let's call these a winning reversal. All right. All right. Week 8. News events. No bank holidays. Nothing to worry about. Okay. No. I did it. Buy strike. Instant loss. Reversal. You know what that is. Buy stop. We got a 1-to-1. A winning reversal. Buy stop. 1-to-1. A bullish and pretty decent trade. Another buy stop, reversal, continuation to the downside. Buy stop, 5 pips in profit, losing trade, continuation to the downside. Week 10, day 1, no news, just a lot of news. I mean, no bank holidays, just a lot of news. Day 1 was only 44 pips, hit a sell stop, 5 pip profits, then we lost, continuation to the upside. Day 2, we hit a buy stop, went straight to a loss, continuation down to the downside. This one, I'm not worried about that. Oh shit. I need to make the video. And then I can go ahead and do this. Shit. Let me finish this. Yeah, I'll finish this, and then I'll go ahead and make the video later. Edit the video. Sell stop. We hit a sell stop. We end up reversing a continuation to the upside. We hit a sell stop. 5 pips in profit. Continuation to the upside. We hit a sell stop. 5 pips in profit. Continuation to the upside. If I was doing that reversal re-entry, I would have got fucked every single time. Week 11, daylight saving shift, so no news. We hit a sell stop. I gotta redo box colors. All right, we actually hit a sell stop. 5 pips in profit, retest. 5 pips in profit again, which is still bearish level one. We hit a 1-to-1. We hit the next level, trailing this what you call a stop loss around here. 20 pips profit. We hit a buy stop, 1-to-1, willing reversal. We hit a sell stop, 5 pips in profit. This is some bullshit. Let's just call that a loss. My head is sweating. What is this? What is this? Sell stop, 5 pips in profit. Reset. What type of fucking news event is this? It's a violation here. Let's call it a losing trade. Buy stop, 5 pips in profit. Reversal, continuation to the downside. Week 12, we got a few news events. FOMC. Sell stop, 5 pips in profit. Almost hit a 1-to-1. End up being losing trade, continuation to the upside. Buy stop, end up being losing trade. Whipsaw to the reversal. Buy stop, end up being a losing trade. Continuation to the downside. Boy, every single trade of this week was a loss for sure. Loss, 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 loss. Buy stop, end up being losing trade. Continuation to the downside. Buy stop, 5 pips in profit, end up being a loss. Continuation to the downside. Motherfuck. Sell stop, 5 pips in profit, 1-to-1. We probably got stopped out by trail. Buy stop, 5 pips in profit, end up being a losing trade. Reversal didn't complete. As well as would have invalidated any the opposite reversal as well. Continuation. No, this is actually a sell stop 1-to-1 actually. And then we hit a winning instead of a win. This is a winning reversal. We already documented these winning reversal. Now we got a buy stop, 5 pips in profit. End up being a losing trade. Mad fucking consolidation, but we ended up making a reversal. Buy stop, 1-to-1. Pretty good trail. So it's been a while since we got one of those actually. That's what's up. It ended up being on a Friday too, so that's caca doodle caca garbage. But that's what's up. It's possible. We got a lot of news. Week 14, sell stop ended up being a 1-to-1 after a brief retest. Probably would have been a small profitable trade. End up hitting a buy stop 1-to-1, small profitable trade after being stopped out. Maybe week 3, which is going to be a buy stop, end up being a 1-to-1 after a brief reset, and then that's a pretty decent trail up to the good side. This one end up what is a buy stop, right? Buy stop, 1-to-1, winning reversal. It's a whipsaw. We can get whatever we get out the markets. Buy stop, 1-to-1. I gotta redo green box. Redo green box. Buy stop 1-to-1, a winning reversal. Week 15 is going to be a sell stop 1-to-1, brief profit. Week day 2 is going to be a buy stop 1-to-1, small profit as well. This one is going to be a buy stop 1-to-1. This would say okay. This is uh more of a decent win. Day 4 buy stop 1-to-1. Another nice. I think this is a 2-to-1 at least. Day 5 buy stop 1-to-1. Small winning trade. That's the week. German holidays, which is a Good Friday. This is probably Easter week right here, week 16. We got a sell stop, 1-to-1, free test, continuation. We probably would have got a small winning trade over here as well. Buy stop, 5 pips in profit, end up being a losing trade. And then a whipsaw. Nothing that you could do about that one. This one is a sell stop, 1-to-1, break even in here. This one is going to be no. These lines I gotta redo middle lines. Those lines are wrong. What does this say? Probably we hit a buy stop, 5 pips in profit, end up being a losing trade. Close to a whipsaw as well. Nothing I could do about that. And then what we have the observance day. So I think this is Easter weekend. No news. The next one we got observation of Easter for the Europeans on Monday, but that didn't stop markets from moving in the New York session. So we have a sell stop triggered 1-to-1, I believe small winning trade. Day 2 we got a sell stop triggered 1-to-1, probably a little more decent winning trade. Day 3 we got a buy stop open, end up being a losing trade, a continuation to the downside. Day 4 we're gonna have a sell stop, 5 pips in profit, end up being a losing trade, and then reversal, but it's a complicated one that's not even worth anything. Um, what is the time profit value decay? So based on how long I'm gonna have to be in a trade and what's the potential profit of the trade, there should be a crossroads of how long I'm in a trade and how much profit I have generated so far. This one is gonna be hit a sell stop 1-to-1, winning reversal. Week 18, what holiday we're looking at over here? This is what I'm talking about. All the holidays. It's gonna be it's gonna be a bank holiday every week. Labor Day for the Europeans on Thursday, which is gonna be day 4. So buy stop. Believe this is a 1-to-1. Redo, redo. Green box. Add green strike. All right, day 2 is going to be actually day 2 is gonna be. I gotta redo that line. This is actually bullish. Redo. A line. Actually, a bullish trade 1-to-1. Decent profit. This is going to be a bullish trade, 5 pips in profit. End up losing. Whipsaw. Day 4 is going to be a sell stop, 5 pips in profit. Ends up being a losing trade of a decent reversal. Day 5 is going to be a sell stop, 1-to-1. I believe it's going to be a small profit or a decent profit there. Week 19, French big holiday, show bank holiday, show bank holiday. Buy stop 1-to-1 winning reversal. Day 2 is going to be a sell stop, 5 pips in profit. Eh, add a red strike dot. 5 pips in profit ends up being a losing trade. A whipsaw still. Day 3 is gonna be a buy stop, ends up being a losing trade. Small profit. No, it ends up being a losing trade. We need a. Am I getting nope? Whipsaw. Day 4 is going to be redo green box. Didn't do that right now. 1-to-1, and then a continuation reversal. Sell stop ends up being a losing trade. Small continuation reversal. Week 20 is going to be CPI, PPI, similar to what we're gonna expect next week. So, mm, should I place buy and sell stops at 1-to-1 instead of 5 pips around candle open to avoid spread manipulation? If so, what are targets? Or are we banking on trailing SL? Now I got more of a theory for whatchamacallit. I think I got these a theory for news like NFP and CPI PPI. So instead of because my range that I'm getting into these trades are so tight, 5 pips above and below the 8 candle price, and it's easy manipulated around that 830 price. Instead of doing it at there, I'm probably gonna try to avoid slippage by putting my trade um at the 1-to-1 area. So if price decides to be moved in any particular direction, I would have got into the trade a little bit later, cut off some of the profits, but I would avoid some of the slippage. But if I'm cutting off some of the profits, I avoid some of the slippage. What was I gonna say about that? I still could get whipsawed out. If market decided whipsaw, I still lose the trade. But it's a higher probability of me getting into a profitable winning trade, I would say. And the trading stop probably will help out if it decides to continue in that direction. So Tuesday shows us maybe one thing that can happen. Sell stop end up being a reversal. We could do a reversal entry. Buy stop ends up going to a 1-to-1. Small profit. Then we got the buy stop, 5 pips in profit. Ends up being a losing trade, continuation to the downside. This Thursday move right here is going to be PPI. I got in right here at a buy stop and then trailed whatever. It looks decent to me. Looks like something I could work with. Week 21 is going to be news only on Thursday. Sell stop 1-to-1. Continuation. I probably got stopped out over here. Okay, and then we will have day 2, which is going to be sell stop 1-to-1, winning reversal. Then we have day 3, which is going to be sell stop, um, end up being a losing trade, whipsaw. I'll call it a whipsaw for now. Buy stop ends up being a losing trade, whipsaw. Sell stop 1-to-1 winning reversal, but not a lot of opportunity. And then we got bank holiday, which is going to be Memorial Day. No liquidity. Try not to trade that day at all. Buy stop 1-to-1 winning reversal. We got a sell stop 1-to-1 winning reversal. Interesting. Then we got a buy stop 1-to-1. Finally, we got a continuation on that move. We got a buy stop 1-to-1 winning reversal. Day one is going to be a buy stop, 5 pips in profit, ends up being losing trade, reversal. Day two is going to be a sell stop, 1-to-1, ends up being winning trade, reversal, or whipsaw. You got day three, which is going to be buy stop, winning trade. Probably would have got stopped out close to a break even. Sell stop ends up being a losing trade, no 1-to-1. I would say a whipsaw. Five is gonna be sell stop. Why do oh this is the holiday, right? What holiday did I say that was? No, that's not a holiday on the Friday. Oh, it's just such a whipsaw. I was able to identify what type of trade that was gonna be. Sell stop 1-to-1, small profits. We got a buy stop, 5 pips in profit, ends up being a losing trade, no more activity. Buy stop, 1-to-1 profit. Buy stop, 1-to-1 profit. Buy stop ends up being 1-to-1 eventually and profit. That's decent. Week 25, which is gonna be Juneteenth. Buy stop, 1-to-1. Winning some profit. I need to redo. Do I need? No, that's not a strike. Yeah. Whatever. Small profit. Buy stop. 5 pips in profit. Try to hit the 1-to-1 reversal. Whips off. Whips off the score. Um. Ay ay ay. Ay 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 ay. Day three is gonna be buy stop. End up being a losing trade. I gotta redo the spots. Okay, then we got sell stop, end up being a 1-to-1 winning reversal. We got a sell stop, end up being winning trade, winning reversal. Winning reversals don't fuck around. We got a sell stop, 5 pips in profit, end up being losing trade continuation. We got a sell stop, ends up being a 1-to-1 winning reversal. We got a buy stop, end up being winning trade, finally a continuation. We got a sell stop, end up being a losing trade, whipsaw. We got a sell stop, ends up being a losing trade, small continuation. What holiday we got on week 27? Independence Day is gonna be on that Friday. So we hit the sell stop 1-to-1 winning reversal. Sell stop 1-to-1 continuation for sure. Definitely some decent profits. We got buy stop 1-to-1 small profits. We got a buy stop losing trade continuation. And we got Juneteenth holiday. We want to avoid trading that. We got a sell stop, 5 pips in profit, losing trade reversal. We got a sell stop, ends up being a 1-to-1 small profit. We got a buy stop 1-to-1 small profits. We got a sell stop 1-to-1 continuation. We got some decent profits. We have a sell stop ends up being losing trade whipsaw. Holiday that we have National Day in Europe on Monday. We only had 37 pips. Wouldn't say I wouldn't trade it. Sell stop ends up being 1-to-1, barely no profits, no liquidity in markets. Sell stop ends up being a losing trade, whipsaw. Sell stop ends up being a winning trade, small profits. Buy stop ends up being a losing trade, reversal, small reversal at that. We got a buy stop, ends up being a 1-to-1, winning reversal. Week 29, we have news only on Thursday. So we got a buy stop ends up being a losing trade by exactly 15 pips, reversal. This when the reversals begin. Sell stop ends up being a winning trade, winning reversal. Buy stop ends up being a losing trade, reversal. Sell stop going 1-to-1, winning reversal. Buy stop ends up being a losing trade, might have been a whipsaw. Week 30, we have news straight through Tuesday to Friday. We hit a buy stop, ends up being a losing trade continuation. We got a sell stop, ends up being a 1-to-1 winning reversal. We got a sell stop. No. Yeah, no, we got a sell stop. End up being, we got 1-to-1, and then we got some profits. Sell stop 1-to-1 profits. This is where I start winning. Sell stop ends up being a losing trade continuation. Sell stop ends up being a losing trade, continuation or whipsaw. We got buy stop ends up being a winning trade, some profits. We got a buy stop ends up being a winning trade, also some profits. We got a sell stop ends up being a losing trade reversal. And then we have a buy stop ends up being a winning trade and not too much profits. Shit me. All right, guys. That's an you place a large amount of content on the clipboard. Do you want this content to be available to other applications after you click Word? Nope. Thank you guys for watching the live stream. Got some content, and let me edit this video and go ahead and try to post it on my social media platforms. Get the content done for today. Tomorrow is going to be the trading week, the first day of the trading week, and then we can get our trades going. Try to wake up early. I am gonna be up early, and I'm gonna come up with a trading plan for CPI, PPI, and some more information. But the back test today was pretty good. I got a lot of mental work in there. I got all the data that I need to go ahead and document and go ahead and start seeing what's more probable, what's more profitable, what's the most loss, so on and so forth. So thanks again for watching.